Hey guys, and welcome back to the Heroes Global Summer Circuit. This is the C Regionals. My name is Arctic Shadow, and I'll be your caster for today. Babel will be joining me later on, of course, for those of you wondering. But what a first game we just witnessed! What a way to kick off the day here with this game, Resurgence against Renovatio. In game number one in Tomb of the Spider Queen, Resurgence were behind by 2 levels. Renovatio started out really strong, but Resurgence just played hard, fought back, and that Uther plays in that 3v5 at the top on the boss just secured them the comeback, and then they took down the Zeratul, who just went in from the back lines just unknowingly that way, and that cost them the fight. So ultimately, Resurgence was able to take game number one. This, of course, is a best-of-3 series. Renovatio could still very well come back into this game. So I believe the second game is ready. The draft is ready as well. So let's take a look at what the map is going to be. I see a blank screen, Mr. Admin. So okay, just some overlay problems, guys. It's loading up. It is going to be infernal shrines between these two teams. Renovatio going up against Resurgence yet again. For those of you just tuning in, this is the Heroes Global Summer Circuit. This is the C Regionals. Today, we will be narrowing down our teams to one. And the top placed team will represent Southeast Asia in DreamHack Winter sometime next month, I believe. The tournament is going to be happening. So only one winner can come out today. There is no prize money to play for. There's nothing to play for. It's just all that one glory in that first place to represent Southeast Asia, and all expense paid trip to go to DreamHack Winter to participate in such a big competition. Of course, by qualifying for DreamHack Winter as well, there is some prize money, but over here, in the sense the C Regionals itself, there is no prize money for us here. But yeah, what a way to start off day number one with game number one, Resurgence against Renovatio. I believe in the other match happening simultaneously, Sabun took the first game as well. So Sabun is up 1-0 over Black Sheep 5. They are both Malaysians, so they're going to be fighting it out there. Resurgence here, the Singapore representatives against Renovatio, the only Philippine representative and defending C regional champions, are currently down 1 game to Resurgence. So they have an uphill battle to climb. Will they be able to do it? That is the question. So the draft is about ready. Here we see Resurgence. They are going to ban out the Illidan. They do ban out the Uther. And Renovatio, straight away, they ban out the Tassadar. They just can't have it anymore. They just can't deal with it. In the previous game, we saw the hooks and how Tassadar was able to waste so much of their time with the dimensional shifts just moving around and just juking them a bit about, and Zeratul just wasn't able to take him down. The Void Prism at the end as well, only connecting on 1-2. So it was a pretty annoying hero to deal with for Renovatio, and they just don't want to deal with it, and instantly they first ban it. Resurgence, they will ban out the Illidan, and they do ban out their own Uther as well. Again, Julian in the previous game playing the Uther, I have to give the MVP to him. He played a really great game. Divine Shields were on point. His positioning were on point. Everything was on point for him, and he just helped his team make his way towards the ultimately comeback. 6.5 out of 10, guys. 6.5 out of 10. And Resurgence takes the first game. So now they have a 1-game cushion. Will Renovatio be able to take this? This is, of course, Resurgence's map choice. So technically, they should have the slight advantage considering it is their map choice. But Renovatio, of course, picking the Tomb of the Spider Queens earlier on, we did see them having a strong starting. Ultimately, though, losing to Resurgence. They do ban out the Kiltas here. Li Ming not picked up just yet either. The first 3 picks for Renovatio is going to be the Sonya. This time around, they get the Sonya. They do not want to give it to Resurgence. And to be honest, we've actually seen the Filipinos pick Sonya quite a bit. I think it is a staple pick of the Philippine teams. Unfortunate for them, they did lose out in terms of the draft in the previous game for the Sonya to Resurgence. I still think they did have the better draft. Resurgence just had the better coordination, and during those team fights, they just did it a lot better. They executed a lot better. Renovatio, there were times where you saw them clustering together, and it just went totally against that when Johanna condemned them all back in. Sonya went in and just spun around, doing so much damage onto them. So this time around, Renovatio is going to be able to pick up the Sonya. They do have the Greymane as well, which is really high DPS there. They do have the ETC for the front lines and those mosh pits as well. Yesterday, we got to saw a 5-man mosh pit being done by Bun Bun of Relics, one of the crowd favorites too. Just because of his name and his hair, I have to say. But yeah, ETC and Sonya in the front lines. They do have the Greymane as well. Rhaegar being picked up by Resurgence, along with Uta being banned out here. I think Renovatio has to go maybe with a Tyrande, but I don't think so, because if you go with a Tyrande, solo support Tyrandes have never really worked out. So maybe they can go with a Tyrande Karazim. Or maybe they just go with the Malfurion and then pick one more DPS in Li Ming here. That would be pretty okay as well. The only problem is Malfurion doesn't do too well with huge amount of burst damage, which Resurgence does have right now. They do have that Faustat again, and they do have that Vala. But it does look like Renovatio is going to shadow pick the Tyrande. Who will be the final pick though? Because I don't like a solo support Tyrande. I feel that it doesn't do enough. So I do expect maybe a Karazim here, or maybe even a Brightwing. Brightwing would be pretty decent as well to give quite a bit of, map mobility and global presence like what Falstad has. So we'll see what Renovatio goes with, but I definitely disagree if they do go with a solo support Tyrande. I don't think that's the way to do, but looks like she's going to shadow pick the Li Ming. They are going to go with a solo support Tyrande. I really don't like that. I feel that she doesn't really perform well as a solo support. She doesn't provide enough heals. But if you look at it, Renovatio also have a ton of damage in the form of Li Ming and Greymane. Tyrande with the Hunter's Mark, they can easily burst down a hero from Resurgence really quickly as well. But who will Resurgence finish it off with? I think Muradin is definitely going to be the way here. They need a strong front line, and Muradin will provide that for sure. They do have the Zul as well. But in fact, they actually go with the Stitches. So a last minute change there. And they in turn pick the Stitches here, which is interesting. I did expect them to go with the Muradin, to be honest. It was not banned out. I think Muradin would have been a more solid and staple pick. But they go with something a little bit more unconventional, which is like Resurgence. They do pick up the Stitches and those hooks. And, as I mentioned earlier on, Renovatio doesn't really have a lot of healing. And Tyrande, by all means, has no burst healing. So Resurgence, if they are able to hook one in, anyone, in fact, all of them don't really have many escape mechanisms. Only Li Ming, I guess, will be able to blink out. And ETC, I guess he will be able to power slide away. But that's about it. If they get the hook onto Tyrande, that is basically going to spell disaster and death for them ultimately as well. So it is going to be interesting. I don't really know who won the draft here. I think Resurgence did. In my opinion, I think Resurgence does win the draft here. They do have a slightly more solider draft. We've seen what the Falstad can do, what Capricorn can do on that Falstad. Rhaegar as well as a strong support. They have the Stitches front line, Vala for the DPS, and the Zul for the push and the creep clear. Renovatio, I just feel with that Tyrande pickup solo supporting, I don't think it's going to do enough. And I think they're going to have a really hard time with sustaining and dealing with the burst damage. But they themselves, though, they do have quite a bit of burst damage themselves. Tyrande with the Hunter's Mark and Li Ming, if they are on point with the Arcane Orbs and Magic Missiles and Greymane going in, they can definitely kill them pretty fast too. So it really is going to depend on how it plays out in execution. But Resurgence, I think, wins this draft. So Renovatio, we'll have to just see what they do here. Right now, we're just going to wait for... do let me know as well what you guys think. We are still doing our Twitter shoutouts, guys. So head over to twitter.com and tweet at us. HGCSEA, that's the tweet handle to tweet at. HGCSEA. And your tweets could be featured on stream, okay? So as long as it's not a troll, as long as it doesn't contain any profanity, we will be able to promote your tweets or feature your tweets on stream. So let us know what you guys think of the first game, your predictions, who you think has the better draft here, whatever it may be, in Twitch chat or at Twitter, whichever you guys want to do, but do let me know what you guys think of it. And if you're just tuned in, welcome to the Heroes Global Summer Circuit. This is the C Regionals happening right now. This is only matchup number 1. We have a total of 5 matchups to play today with a maximum of 18 games to play. That's a lot of hots, guys, coming your way. So Resurgence and Renovatio, they are in the lower bracket right now. In the upper bracket, we do have the 2 winners of the groups yesterday. GDG9 representing Thailand, as well as Relics representing Singapore. Both went unbeaten in their group stage, and they will take 9 points each. Going into the winners bracket, they will have the cushion of being able to lose 1 round. However, here in this match, Resurgence against Renovatio, the same cushion is not available to either side. So it's all or nothing between these two teams. And Renovatio, the defending champions, of course, they will try their best to win in this game. So we are in the loading screens, as you can see right here. I'm going to do a quick shout out to our sponsors, Razer, our official peripheral sponsor, as well as XSplit, our official streaming partner. Without them, we wouldn't be able to bring this live broadcast to you guys. We wouldn't have the technology for our replays to bring this live broadcast to you guys. So do check their stuff out. Make sure you guys head over. And of course, you know, our Twitter shout outs as well. Make sure you do check that out as well. And tweet at us, HGCSCA. But game number 2 is about to get underway, guys, between Renovatio and Resurgence. Here we go. Who is going to come out on top? We'll just have to wait and see. Mr. Admin, we are in the game. We can switch over to the game now. There you go. Over on the blue side, we will have Renovatio. Stronger going to be playing the Tyrande. Solo Tyrande support, which I don't like. On the green piggy is going to be Li Ming, played by VYY. Jumpy Lion, jumping all over the place the previous game with his Zeratul, is going to be playing Sonya this time around, who is in fact able to jump around as well. His Skoa going to be playing the Greymane, and Har going to be playing the tank ETC. Over on the red side though, Resurgence, we're going to have Vendetta on Zul. Capricorn going to be on his foul start again. Julian on the Rhaegar. We saw what he could do with the Uther in the previous game. Yu Yang, ZXCK in the front lines with that Stitches. And Zappy, he is going to be playing the Zul. Right now the lanes are getting pushed up. Sorry, Vendetta is going to be on the Zul. Zappy is going to be on the Vala. As now the lanes are getting pushed out now. They are just blocking out the creeps a bit. The blue side are going to get in position here. They may try to actually take a fight early on. It does look like Sonya is just making his way towards the top lane. So she will be fine there. Now we see in a hook by Yu Yang onto Har. This time around, it's Resurgence who has the hooks in play. So they will clear out the creep wave and start rotations yet again. Blue side now making their way towards the bottom lane. We do see a guitar solo by Har there, just to heal up some of his HP. Rhaegar just waiting in the background. Julian playing it really safely. Does not want to get caught there. Top lane Capricorn. False start going up against Sonya. I think Capricorn should have a pretty easy time against that Sonya. He will be harassed a little bit, but with the Hammerang and with the Lightning Rod, I think she should be just fine. With the lane, we do see a rotation, a ping out as well, I think, by the red side. They do know that Har and Stronger are there. So ETC trying to set something up here. Will Yu Yang be able to get a hook in? That is the question, though. Li Ming at the bottom. Just continuously pushing out the lane. And Yu Yang is doing a good job with keeping the lane control here. Now we do see a hook in onto Har instantly with the face melt to push them away. So no follow-up there. First Infernal Shrine is going to be activated at that middle lane. Which Punisher is it going to be though? Capricorn against Jumpy Lion at the middle lane, still going on. Zappy at the bottom with the Vala. Going to have to back off here as the rest of the team starts to converge in onto the middle. Jumpy Lion, you're all alone for now. Have to be careful. He tries to get a hit start in getting those creep kills. Getting the creep minions as he spins around. Getting a couple of those minion kills in favor of himself. Now the rest of the blue side are going to join up with him. They do look like they are trying to get in position here. Har trying to go from the flank. Now we see a power slide. Rhaegar actually getting into that. Not too sure what that play was. But down he goes. He could have stayed out of it and get the heal off. But, you know, that wolf charge causing him the death there. As he went in, both himself and Vala will fall. And that is going to mean the red team will not be able to contest this Punisher. So the rest of them are just going to head back towards those lanes. They are going to leave a Sonya there just to solo out these minions here at the Infernal Shrine, while they sent Li Ming towards the bottom to deal with Zul. So good job by the blue side as they continue on with their soak. Now we do see a hook in onto his Skoa. He will be able to disengage out of there. A frozen Punisher will be spawned in favor of the blue side as they push down the middle lane now. How many objectives will they be able to get though? That is the question. Will they be able to take down the forts, or will the towers just fall? And that will be it. The red side, they're doing a good job taking the Punisher down pretty quickly. And it does look like they are just going to be content with getting a couple of those towers. In fact, getting only one tower so far. I think they will be able to get two though. Bottom lane, VYY going to be able to rotate towards that area. It does look like they want to pick up on a couple of those siege camps as well. A 2-kill advantage in favor of Renovatio right now. Courtesy of Rhaegar jumping into that power slide. Really unfortunate for him there. So good job by both teams now, just with the rotations. Vendetta pushing out that bottom lane. Those skeletons is doing, such a good job in pushing. Vala now with the rest of his side gonna be able to take on this bottom siege camp. I don't think VYY will be able to stop him all by his lonesome. He does get the level 7. Is going the teleport build. It does look like. No ETC to cancel out, so I do expect him to go the disintegrate and not wave of force. Top lane Jumpy Lion getting harassed by Capricorn. There goes the lightning rod along with the hammerang. Not going to connect though, the hammerang. Yu Yang ZX CK back at that middle lane. Along with the rest of his team, Zappy and Julian. Again, Har trying to set something up here, maybe waiting in the brush. His Goa coming in, waiting in the other side of the brush. He is in fact going to reveal himself and try to bait this out. But I don't think Resurgence is going to fall for this. Next shrine should be spawning up pretty soon. Here we see though, now Har coming with the stun onto that Stitches. Stitches could be in some trouble. Nice face map to block him back. Rhaegar going to pop up the chain heal, but it's not going to be enough as down he goes. Yu Yang ZX CK gonna fall there, and 3 kills now for the blue side as they pull ahead again. We saw in the previous game as well, they just did a really good job in the early game, but Resurgence just was able to hold their ground, and now we're gonna see Har run into the Zul. Unfortunately, we will not be able to get into the front lines. There we see the stun being connected on by the Tyrande as well. I think the Hunter's Mark was thrown out, but no follow-up. Well, not enough follow-through, and he will be able to get away. Next shrine is going to be active. It is going to be the Mortar Punisher. As Jumpy Lion now just spinning away again, getting a head start on those minions. Doesn't look like the red team even wants to try and contest this as they are pushing out the top lane. Here comes the rest of the blue side though. Har coming in from the back lanes. Wow, look at the Arcane Orb connecting onto Zappy, doing so much damage, but the Power Slide though, not going to connect either way. His Goa going in, down goes the Foul Start. This is looking really dangerous. Julian himself dropping low. I think Tyrande is going to get the stun off, and he will in fact be able to kill him. Zappy trying something cheeky there in the brush, trying to maybe get away with the Hearthstone, but will not be able to. And a nice 3-hero kill for the blue side as they are able to get off yet 3 kills, pulling the advantage ahead yet again. They are going to get that level 10 first. So now is at the bottom. We'll be able to soak to that level 10. So Disintegrate going to be picked up by the Li Ming. Sorry, my brain froze there for a second. Shadow Stalk going to be picked up by Tyrande. Wrath of the Berserker on the Sonya. Greymane going to pick up Go for the Throat. And ETC with the Mosh Pit. And looking at Mosh Pit as well, I think Mosh Pit is going to be so vital in this game because they don't really have anyone that can cancel it out aside from maybe the Mighty Gust of the Falstad. But that's about it. They don't have any other stuns here. So ETC is going to have a pretty easy time getting those Mosh Pits off. The red team are going to be a bit of trouble. They have to position themselves pretty well here not to get like a 2 to 3 man Mosh Pit because that could mean trouble for them. They don't really have anyone to cancel it out. VYY now making his way towards the top lane. They are going to get the level 10 as well over on the red side. Ancestral Healing being picked up by the Rhaegar. Putrid Bile on the Stitches. Falstad going to pick up the Mighty Gust again. Poison Nova going to be picked up by the Zul. And Vala going to be able to pick up the Rain of Vengeance. Bottom lane though, Capricorn now pushing in, trying to maybe actually steal out that siege minion camp, but will not be able to do so as Jumpy Lion as well as his score will be able to clear it out. This game has been pretty passive for the red side so far. It's just been the blue side doing the rotations and getting off those ganks. Red team still yet to get a kill. Again, Resurgence having to play from behind. We've seen this in the previous game. Now the root at the top by Vendetta onto VYY. Shadow Stalk now actually going to be used as the bottom. Mighty Guy's going to be used to disengage as well. But the blue side, they will be able to steal this camp. Really unfortunate there for the red side. Nice use of the Shadow Stalk to try and force them back. Not being able to see where they are coming from. Now the blue side, they want to push alongside these siege minions. They will be able to take down the walls, and that's going to give them a little bit more room to walk around. But the red team will be able to get off those siege camps. He should be fine. Top lane though, VYY going up against Vendetta. He's going to get Poison Nova. He's going to go in with the Blink. He should be fine, the teleport. He will be able to tappy on the Moonwell too. He will be back up in terms of that HP. So again, the next shrine is going to spawn up soon. And still pretty passive by the red side. No kills just yet. As look at Har and the rest of the blue side. They are positioning themselves so well here to try and set something up. Jumpy Lion probably going to go there and activate it. It is going to be the Frozen Punisher. Li Ming has to be careful. He doesn't want to get caught off position here. They are still waiting. Har in the background is there. They want to wait for the red side to go in. Here we see Har getting himself into position. Here we go with the Shadow Stalks now with the power slide into Julian. Mighty Guy's going to be used, but Julian is already down. Rhaegar is down. You've lost your support. Hiskoa going in. May not be the best of ideas, but the Disintegrate going to be able to take down Vala as well. Rhaegar, Greymane will pay for it with his life too, however. Putrid Bile all over the place. Just that gross, sticky, gooey ooze. As they lose 2. So they will not be able to contest this, I think. The blue team will be able to get their 3rd Punisher. Now we see another Power Slide Mosh Pit connecting on 2 as well. No one going to be able to cancel this out. And they lose 2 more. The red team, 10-1. Resurgence, again coming from behind in this game. I think they need to work on their early game here, Resurgence, a little bit. Their late game seems to be very well intact, and they always are able to keep their cool and come back during the late game. But it would be a lot easier for them if they just worked on their early game and were able to control it as well. But now it's 10-1. 3 Punishers going in favor of the blue side. This is not looking too good for them. I'm not too sure how long they can keep this up. There's only so many games that you can actually 6.5 out of 10 this. Punisher now pounding away. Will in fact turn around and finish off the fort. They will be able to secure that. Now Capricorn going to be able to barrel roll himself back to safety as well, but it does look like they want to push along with this Punisher. They should be able to get these outer towers as well. Here we see Punisher jumping in. The stun is going to connect as well by Tyrande, but they will just be able to get down those towers. Gates are going to go down as well, and the red team now giving full chase. Hook not going to connect onto anyone, and that's all they're actually going to be able to do. The blue side will be able to back off safely and get a few more of those camps. So Resurgence now again playing from behind. They are about a full level behind. So that means that the blue side, Team Renovatio, they are going to get their level 16 first. Hopefully they will be able to close out the game a little bit better this time around. So the blue side just pushing out. Blue side now pushing out the bottom lane. Blue side pushing out the lane at the bottom lane. Fort is going to get taken down. Here we see Har with the power slide in. Putrid Bile going to be used to try and stop them from pushing out. Hook actually not going to connect. I haven't really seen any big hooks coming out from Yu Yang just yet. Red side, they will trade out the fort at the top, but it does look like the blue team want to push in onto this bottom set of towers. They may just go for the trade here. No, it does look like a Hearthstone is being channeled out. Here we see Jumpy Lion though going in for Capricorn. Julian has to cancel that out as well. Is forced to save Capricorn's life. Falstad will be able to take flight back to safety of his team. Is the stream down? Stream is down, is it? But the stream is down. Okay. Sorry, just trying to figure out some of the admin issues. I think the stream may be down there. But the game is, of course, still going to be continuing here. As now the next shrine is going to be activated at the top lane. Iskowa trying to do some damage onto that gate along with the tower. Resurgence really needs to start coming back from this. Shrine is going to be activated right now as well as they are starting to spin around. Yu Yang not going to connect with the hook again. Har now going in with the power slide, going to connect into Capricorn. Disintegrate going to be used as well. Shadow Star going to be thrown out. Capricorn could be in some trouble here. Poison Nova going to be used. Powers, Mosh Pit going to connect on 2. Mighty Guy's going to be able to cancel it out here as Resurgence fights back. Har probably going to drop here from the Poison Nova as he does. And again, Resurgence does a really good job in that clash as they are able to come back from this. Greymane and they lose the ETC. Really unfortunate there for them. The Blue Sea just overextending a bit, and Renovatio again starting to look shaky just at about this same point as the previous game. They were ahead the entire time, but unfortunately for them, they just weren't able to continue on with that. Now the route in by Zul onto that Sonya as they look like they want to try and push this. The red side will be able to get their first Punisher here at the top lane. And the blue team will have to defend this. So Arcane Punisher is going to spawn in favor of the red side as he pushes down that top side. The rest of the blue side is going to have to herf back and try to defend against this. Zul, as well as that Stitches, is making his way towards the top lane. They want to push alongside this Punisher. They want to try and get this keep at least. Here we see the Punisher jumping in, hitting and pounding away at Har. They do break the wall. Now the red team pushing in. They take down the towers. They take down a couple of those walls as well. So they will be fine. The Punisher pushing in, but finally will be dealt with, and the red team will have to back off here. They do not want to overextend. They are still a level behind, well, about half a level behind. The blue side, they have a little bit of catch-up to still play now. After that last clash, they are still now level on EXP. The red team themselves could be in some trouble still though. They need to keep their composure, as we've seen Resurgence do time and time again. They generally lose out in the early game, and then they close it out in the late game as they are able to pull themselves back. Whereas Team Renovatio, they always start out really strong with good rotations and they are able to get off those kills. Unfortunately for them, they just aren't able to close out those games as well. So now both teams just picking off on a couple of those siege camps. Red team now making their way towards the top here. They may want to try and set something out. A nice hook there in onto Jumpy Lion. Could be some trouble. Har comes in with the face melt, able to push them back. Capricorn going to try the hammerang just to stop them from giving chase. And the blue side will be able to back off as well. Does look like they should be able to hit the level 20 first before the red side too. But not too far ahead either. Now Har coming in from the side. Nice power slide connecting onto Yu Yang. Hunter's Mark going to be thrown out as well as he gets taken down. Now Julian going to be able to back off to the safety of his gates. But this means they are down that Stitches. And the blue side will have to push in this middle lane. They will be able to get down the tower. It does look like the next shrine is going to be activated now though. 40 seconds left on that death timer of Stitches. That was a really unfortunate event for him as he got taken down pretty quickly at that middle lane. Does look like the blue team is going to just back off here, push out the creep wave a little bit, take a couple of those siege camps, and then deal with this Punisher. 3 seconds left in on this. His Goa looks like he needs a bit of help though. The red team, it does look like they just want to hit towards that bottom. Not too sure what they're trying to set up here. Maybe go for the push. I don't think they want to try and contest this Punisher just for now. They need to wait for the Stitches to get right back up. So it does look like they are going to go for this fort first. Or maybe even go straight in for the keep. Because I don't think they are going to be able to get it. They're going to leave the Sonya to solo at that middle shrine. Now stronger at the bottom lane. We're going to see the Syncrate going to be used up. Poison Nova going to be thrown too. Stitches is going to join in on the thing. Har going to get a solo mosh pit onto the Rega. Really unfortunate hit for him. As now the power slide, he is going to be able to get away. His Goa could be in some trouble as well. He jumps in, tries to take out Capricorn, but the ancestral healing is going to be there. Jumpy Lion now going in. Zappy in the backgrounds, getting taken down. No, the Rega are going to be able to heal him up again. Jumpy Lion though, going to be able to finish him off as now Haha running for his life. Hammerang going to be thrown out here. Vendetta dropping very low. Here comes VYY. Disintegrate going to be used. Will he get the resets? He will. He will get the resets. Another Disintegrate. Vendetta dropping really low. Yu Yang ZXCK at the top lane there. Going to get stunned out. No, it will actually miss. His Goa still giving chase though. Another reset for VYY. As they lose 3 here. And the blue side, they just need to finish off this Punisher. And they will be able to push alongside with it. So they only lose the ETC, though he did get only 1-man mosh pit. The blue side will be able to get off a couple more of those siege camps. Sonya will be able to finish off this bunch of minions here to help summon the Punisher. And that's going to help them a little bit. They might be able to end this game right here, right now, in fact. So Jumpy Lion just finishing off the minion kills yet again, while the rest of the blue team gets into place. He is going to leave it at 39 as usual. That's what generally players will do. They will get a couple more of those siege camps first, and then they want to push along with it straight away. We do see Hiskowa getting control of this one. VYY will get control of this one, and then Sonya is going to finish this off. So that's going to keep the bottom lane pushed out. The Mortar Punisher is going to spawn at its middle as well. And the blue team will have a pretty easy time pushing out these lanes alongside those siege minions. So Siege Minions is going to be pushing down with this middle along with that Mortar Punisher. Look at the amount of minions coming in right here. The red team has to be careful using ZXCK. That's where the man to look for. Will he get a nice hook off here for his team? Here we see the Punisher going in, pounding away again at Capricorn. Mortar's going to be used up here. The keep is definitely not going to stand. Will they go straight for core though? That is the question. Does look like the blue team. They want to go in. They want to maybe try and set something up here. The Punisher again still pounding away at Zappy. Zappy going to be able to get away. Har now power slide in onto Capricorn. He's taking quite a bit of damage as well from the Lightning Rod. Shadowstalk now going to be used. Resurgence is going to be thrown out as well as ETC is going to fall without using the Mosh Pit. Poison Nova going to be thrown out as well. Yu and ZXCK going to be healed right back up with the Ancestral healing. His Goa now running away. VYY trying to get off a couple of those disintegrates. Jumpy Lion trying to finish off the core. Not the right thing to do, man. Your team is backing off here. Vendetta now giving chase. Hook in onto Stronger as we hear a huge, nice shout from Yu Yang. And they do get 3. Now Capricorn going to take flight, finding his Goa. His Goa himself could be in some trouble. VYY might want to help him, but no! His Goa turns around! His Goa! Picking off the Capricorn. But VYY will not be able to follow through as well. Zappy will have to back off. So they lose 1. But there's still a couple of those forts in their way. But yet again, we see Renovatio choking here as they push on, trying to finish off the game. Again, Resurgence will be able to successfully defend that. Available too deep again with the solo support Tiranda. Harhar's just not able to be kept alive. You know, with the Rain of Vengeance as well, Mighty Guy's gonna be used and down he went. And after losing the ETC, it was just an uphill battle. Yu Yang almost dropping Ancestral Healing, dropping him right back up. Jumpy lying. I think a bit of miscommunication going on right there. The rest of his team were actually forced to back off, and he just wanted to go for straight for core. And he was just spinning around as much as he could, but finally ultimately got taken down. Stronger got a nice hook in, and down he went. And look at this take flight as well. The take flight went through, and he was able to take down the 4th kill in the form of that Grey Main 2. So now the blue side, they have to start, you know, keeping the composure. Try to keep calm in this game because they have lost the last 2 clashes. They still are ahead on kills, but those kills don't really mean anything at this point. Resurgence are starting to come back here. Again, they're just playing it so well in terms of the positioning and in terms of the late game. They're just doing such a good job. Renovatio just seems to be having a tough time closing out these games after getting an advantage. And considering Har doesn't really have anyone that, you know, can cancel out his mosh pit, you would expect him to get a couple of those good mosh pits off. Will we see a 5-man mosh pit here? Not just yet, I presume, because, you know, the red team, they are doing a really good job in spreading out. Here we do see a power slide in. Stun not going to connect to the Vendetta, though. His Goa instead going to get rooted. Jumpy line coming from the side. Poison Nova going to be used. Tiranda going to pop his Shadow Stalk. Here we see the Mighty Guys going to be well placed to cancel out the mosh pit. He got 3 in there, but the Mighty Guys instantly cancelling out. Capricorn doing a really good job again. And this is what we're talking about. Only one hero can cancel out the mosh pit. So you might want to get him in there. Now again, a power slide in onto Divala. Ooh, nice hook there onto the Har. Rain of Vengeance in the back. His Goa could get taken down here. Zappy trying to go in for the kill. He will be able to get away with the invisibility as well. He will survive. He's going to get a couple of heals from Tiranda. But again, a solo heal Tiranda is not going to be able to do much here. The red team are ahead. They need to go in now, the blue side, if they want to stop this. Power slide in onto Yu Yang ZXCK. 1 more minion left. And they should be able to get a nice hook there onto Har again. He probably will go down here. I don't think he's going to survive this. Hammerang along with the Lightning Rod. And Resurgence are in full attack mode. They want this. They want this hard. Renovatio are on the brink of elimination here in this tournament. Capricorn going to pause it out though. I think some issues. Zul hang apparently. So, not sure what's going on there on site. Hopefully they will be able to resolve it, however. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, this is the Heroes Global Summer Circuit, guys. You're tuning into the C Regionals. My name is Arctic Shadow, and I'll be bringing you the live cast for today. Babel will be joining me later on, I believe, in the winner's bracket. So do stay tuned for that as well, as you will be able to see Babel casting yet again. But thank you all for your support, for tuning in today. For those of you who woke up early, we have a lot of action coming your way. this is, of course, just match number 1 in this best of 3 series. It could really go to a game number 3 as well between these two teams. So it all depends on whether Resurgence is able to close out this game here. Now the red side pushing in onto this bottom. They will be able to take down those towers. Punisher now jumping in. They steal down the ETC. Keep is going to fall as well. Resurgence might be able to finish off this right now. Frozen Punisher jumping to the middle set of keeps though. Red team now, they want to maybe set something up here. No hook just yet. It does look like they want to just go straight for core. I don't think the blue side should be able to give this away so easily. Shadow Stalk is going to be used. Mighty Guy is going to be used to try and disengage this as well as they just aim the core. They're just kiting them around. Julian running back a little bit. Vendetta now going to use the Poison Nova. Zeppi could be in some trouble. Ancestral Healing will keep him alive though. Julian is going to fall, but the Poison Nova doing quite a bit of damage. His Goa himself going to fall. Jumpy Lion as well dropping. Stronger going to fall too. They lose 2. But the red team as well losing 2. VYY coming in with the Disintegrate. Oh, nice Marsh pick there, connecting on 2. Jumpy Lion, will he be able to finish off Capricorn? Yes, he will. He will be able to finish off Zappy as well, but Yu Yang will get the kill off onto the Vala. I mean, onto the Li Ming, sorry. As they kill off a 5-man team wipe. A bit of a bad judgmental call there by Team Resurgence. As they try to go for the core there. Which is a bit unfortunate for them. I don't think that just the Jumpy Lion and Har Har will be able to finish off this game. They have 20 seconds. I'm not too sure if they are able to do this. We do have a replay available. Let's check out what happens just as we see. Wait for this to happen. Wait, what's going on here? That was the replay of a wrong game. We apologize for that. But it doesn't look like... Okay, going back into real time now. Jumpy Lion and Har Har are working their way on this core. Will they be able to end this, in fact? Will Jumpy Lion and Har Har be able to end this? 54%, 53%. Julian, the first one out. Zul is going to spawn right back up soon as well. He wants to try and end this. Now, Power Slide. Jumpy Lion needs to kite. The Shadow Stalk going to be used up as well. Core dropping 19%. Vendetta is out. I think they're going to do it. Renovatio will take this game, and one mistake from Resurgence will cost them the game. It is going to 1-1. Renovatio will take this next game. And Resurgence, unfortunate for them. One mistake. And they do lose this. It will tie up 1-1 right now after a good game from them as well. Unfortunately for them, they will lose this. So it is going to a game-deciding number 3, a tiebreaker matchup between these two teams, Renovatio and Resurgence, guys. Make sure you guys do stay tuned because there's a lot more hot action coming your way today. My name is Arctic Shadow, and we're going to go for a short break as we prepare for the next game. So make sure you guys do stay tuned because we will be right back. Defending that boss. Here comes Yu Yang ZXCK. Will he be able to clean up here? He goes in, takes down VYY. Down goes the foul start as well. As Resurgence, they successfully defend against this boss, but really ballsy and well played there. 3v5 going into that.